Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to News and Views on Salam Media. It's just on 8 a.m. South African time, and let's cross over to Palestine. We're going to be looking at just how bad a week it's been for the Palestinian people. The issue around Israeli settler violence in the occupied West Bank sadly has left a Palestinian teenager dead, one of hundreds of thousands from the time of the illegal occupation. It has also left a 4-year-old in intensive care, and sadly, more attempts to move Palestinian shepherds off their farmland. To talk to us about all of this and much more is Palestinian activist, Sister Areej Alastal. Assalamu alaikum to you. Welcome to the program.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, sister. First of all, I would like to thank you for having me. And also, I would like to say Happy Women's Day. And starting off talking about what is happening in the West Bank and how the Israeli occupation forces is trying to violate the Palestinians. We're talking. You have just mentioned that their targets and what they have done this week and how bloody this week was for the Palestinians in the West Bank. This week was a bloody week full of violations, full of the Israeli occupation violations. We have here a teenager. This means a child. So their target is really their target is children. We have a a teenager who has been killed, or let me say murdered, by the Israeli occupation, and we have a 4-year-old child who's in the intensive care. So where is the world from all of this? Where is the international community from all of this? Because their target is, they're not targeting, as they say, terrorists. They are targeting children. And what did these children do? One who has been killed, and the other who's in the intensive care. So we're really here. We really need this kind of voice to speak up to. And Salam Media, we would like to thank Salam Media for giving the light on this, kind of thing. But where's the others? We can't see. We're here talking about children, and tomorrow we're going to talk about much and more numbers going and growing, people being killed or others who are in the intensive care, or others who are injured. Why is this? This should stop. And day by day, the Israeli occupation is being much more bloody than the other. This is sad to say.
Yes.
This is the truth.
From the reports that we're receiving, it does seem you are spot on when you say that the Israeli aggression is intensifying on the Palestinian people. Areej, can you tell us what were the events that led up to the 4-year-old child being in intensive care? How is it that these brutal murderers target an innocent baby? A 4-year-old is still a baby.
Well, I'm going to tell you how this happened. This Palestinian 4-year-old boy was just he was just normal. He was just living as other children are living. He was walking, and suddenly he has been shot by the Israeli occupation forces. And you might ask yourself, but why? What did he do? Well, for the Israeli occupation forces, this is their target, children. And you might ask yourself, but why children? I'm going to tell you why. Well, from my point of view, I do believe that they try to target children because they want to make the mothers, the fathers, just step away from defending their country, from defending Palestine. Because, the most precious thing that a person might have, or has actually, it's their children, because they are a part of us. And for you, can you imagine seeing your son or daughter in front of you being murdered or being injured, and you can't do anything? So by let me say murdering children, by injuring children, they try to harm not the children but the parents of these children. So in order to make the parents say no, I can't see. I'm not going to live another experience. I'm not going to live another experience of seeing my child in front of my eyes being killed or murdered or even injured. But they don't know us, because here in Palestine, yes, we do see our children in front of our eyes being killed or murdered, but this makes us stronger. This makes us say, no, okay, you killed my child, and tomorrow you will see what I'm gonna do. Because in the end of the day, this is our land, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us that we will be free. So regardless all of these things, regardless of losing our beloved ones, regardless of losing our sons and daughters, we will carry on this journey of jihad, in order to have a free Palestine, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised us. So it is really hard. It is really hard seeing your um daughter or son being murdered or being injured. But this is life. This is what it means to be a Palestinian. And all of us in Palestine know that one day, like me, as Areej, maybe I will lose my life, or maybe or maybe I will see my daughter or son being killed, or my father. Because I'm not gonna say it's normal, but we're trying to normalize it. We're trying to say it is a little bit normal. But of course, it's heartbreaking. It breaks us inside, and it's really hard. But this is our life. This is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wrote how the life of the Palestinians will be. And we'll carry on. We'll carry on regardless of everything.
It's very sad that this bloody situation that you find yourselves in as a Palestinian nation has almost become normal.
It is.
In a sense, it is very, very sad. It shouldn't be. Children shouldn't be exposed to such atrocities. But that being said, I'm kind of also wondering if this is not a deliberate attempt by the Israelis to target innocent children and young men, to try and wipe out the Palestinian population, because that's the only way they can. They can kill and annihilate an entire growing population, which means in 10, 20 years' time, you're not going to have young men and women, young adults in your population, because that possibly is their master plan. Your thoughts?
Well, to be honest, you're right here. As a person or an activist who lives in Gaza, in the previous aggressions that happened in Gaza, they used to target not just children who are alive, but they used to target women who are pregnant. Can you imagine a woman who's pregnant? She didn't just lose her life, but she also lost the her son's or daughter's life, who is still inside her. So they do try to target the children in order not to make, as you said, population for the Palestinians in future. But I'm going to tell you something. We try to defy this by bringing more and more children. Alhamdulillah, people here in Palestine or Gaza, in such families, you can see maybe about from 5 to 6 and 8, and sometimes 9 children in one house. So this is a way to say, okay, you might have killed a child or two from mine, but I'm still continuing. I still have children, and I'm gonna still try to be pregnant again and again. It is hard for us, or it's a little bit difficult to see that our population, it's being let me say, we're in a risk. But seeing the women in Palestine particular, how they try to get pregnant more than one time, is something that just gives us a glimpse of hope. Because maybe here in Gaza or Palestine, me as a person who lives in Gaza, as I told you, you might see a woman who's a mother for 9 or 10 children. So yes, maybe five can go and five will stay. And this kind of way of thinking is the thinking of most Palestinian women, that okay, I'm gonna get 9 children, 10 children, because maybe five will go.
Oh,
And yeah, so this is how.
what a thought. What a horrible thought for any mother to entertain. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives life and He also takes life. But what a horrible thought to be saying to yourself, I'm going to try and have 10 children, because the possibility that these Israeli murderers will kill 5 of my children. But at least I have a lineage that's going to keep the Palestinian nation alive. Alhamdulillah. Let's go for an ad break. And when we come back, we'll continue our discussion. I'm talking with Palestinian activist. She's based in Gaza. Her name is Areej Alastal.
And when you're competing for their attention against their smartphones, you need to make smart choices, like using Sunfoil triple refined pure sunflower oil in every meal you make. It's naturally cholesterol-free and approved by the Heart and Stroke Foundation as part of a balanced eating plan. So whether you're cooking, frying, or baking, you get the great tasting results that'll get their attention faster than the latest app. And if that doesn't work, change the Wi-Fi password. Sunfoil. Now we're cooking.
Spread warmth this winter with Africa Muslims Agency's Winter Warmth campaign. Sayyidina Umar al-Khattab radiallahu anhu would advise his companions, winter, which is an enemy, has come, so prepare for it with wool, leather socks and socks. Let us help the thousands of South Africans without adequate clothing or shelter to prepare for the harsh winter months by providing them with blankets for 150 Rand and winter warmth packs for 300 Rand. Spread warmth with Africa Muslims Agency. Call AMA on 011-834-8685 or donate online at africamuslimsagency.co.za. Africa Muslims Agency. Empowering, educating, inspiring.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness, and every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and free zakat calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
As the chilly winds sweep across our beautiful land, let us remember those in need. In South Africa, recent weather conditions have left many vulnerable individuals and families struggling to stay warm and nourished. With Ashraful Aid, you can donate a loaf of bread for 10 Rand, a blanket for 150 Rand, or soup for 100 people for just 230 Rand. Donate today at www.ashrafulaid.org. Winter warmth, it starts with you.
There's no smell that takes me back to the comfort of my childhood than the smell of black seed oil being applied by my nanny. Now I'm using Tib black seed in my own home to soothe sniffles and coughs, to help with digestion and immunity, and of course, as part of my beauty routine. After all these years, I've come to appreciate the wisdom in finding comfort and shifa in trusted treatments like Tib black seed. You can find Tib black seed at all leading pharmacies or find out more at blackseed.co.za.
The Turkey-Syria earthquake is among the deadliest earthquakes of the last century. Thousands have lost their lives, and large areas and cities and towns in southern Turkey and northern Syria have turned to rubble, leaving huge numbers of residents with very little or nothing at all. Al-Imdad Foundation's emergency relief team is on the ground providing life-saving aid. The people of Turkey and Syria desperately need your support. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Rejuvenating media day by day. This is Salam Media.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the program. It is Women's Day, so wherever you are, whatever you're doing, we do hope that it's a day filled with rest and lots of love. The time is 18 after 8 o'clock South African time. We're talking with Palestinian activists, and that, of course, is Areej Alastal. We're talking about the West Bank being shaken with lots of violence by the Israeli occupiers over the past few days. But this is an ongoing trend. There sometimes is a bit of a lull in their aggression, and then all of a sudden it does flare up again. So, Areej, welcome back to you. We're also hearing of other atrocities, and that is that the occupiers demolished the home of a Palestinian man who, according to them, allegedly killed a soldier. And this, of course, is the residence of Abdel Fattah Krusha in the Askar camp for Palestinian refugees. What more do you know about that particular incident?
Okay, well, Abdullah has actually, well, from their point of view, he killed, sorry, an Israeli soldier. So, okay, you've done a crime. What should we do? Okay, we're gonna demolish your house. We're gonna destroy your house. And this is their just, let me say, this is their kind of a this is their problem solving. This is how they solve the problem. You know what it means to have your house destroyed. You know what it means to the place where you grew up in, the place where you the shelter for for you and your family, your mother and sister and everything, to have your house destroyed. This is something big. Let me say that what Abdullah has done is not, he didn't do it. He didn't just wake up, okay, I'm gonna kill an Israeli soldier. No, this came as a result. This came as a reaction of what the Israeli forces is doing. They are not just living in peace and sitting and just telling us, okay, we want to be brothers and sisters together. They are killing our brothers and sisters. And what he has done it as a result of feeling that we are one big family, where we are one. We are one heart, one hand. So for him to kill an Israeli soldier, this is something normal. Why is it normal? Because they kill daily. They kill us. This is just a reaction of their bloody action. Do not just judge. Do not just judge the reaction and forget the action. What the Israeli occupation daily does. They daily commit crimes against the Palestinians, and then at the end of the day, the media comes and says, okay, a Palestinian has killed a soldier, or a Palestinian has injured a soldier. But why don't you go at the beginning of the story and see what the Israeli occupation forces does? They daily kill us. They daily murder us and our children. And what we are
Okay.
doing is nothing.
All right. We human rights activists are saying that the occupiers' policy against the Palestinian people is really amounts to collective punishment, and they do this to obviously they do that to deter the Palestinians from taking action against their soldiers, their murderous soldiers. Sadly, we do know that they are murdering Palestinian people on a daily basis. We're also hearing from the I think it's the Red Crescent Society. They say that Israeli forces directly targeted one of their ambulances with rubber bullets and tear gas. And that, again, is a deliberate attempt at trying to get help, trying to avoid the ambulance and medical personnel to try and assist the injured people when the Israelis attack them so indiscriminately on a daily basis.
Well, let me say, targeting the ambulance is not something new for us, because we see this. Let me say, from time to time, we do see this. And when you just come and tell them, okay, you've targeted an ambulance, why is this? Who's inside? An injured person or two or three. Why are you doing this? There's no answer. They don't tell you, okay, you said we target these people because they are terrorists. Okay, what about the people who are inside the ambulance? They are injured people who are willing to get treatment. And you, by targeting the ambulance, this kind of treatment, or maybe they're, I don't know, maybe minutes, and they might lose their life. And you targeting the ambulance means you have just targeted their hope. You have targeted their hope of living. So, and we do see this in Gaza. In Gaza, in wars, if you just open the news, you will see how much the Israeli occupation warplanes targets the ambulance. But why? In Gaza, it's much more. Let me say, it's much more difficult, because in the ambulance, you will find more than 10 people injured in one ambulance, and you come and target it. It's really hard, because you like, okay, you have injured this person, and the last glimpse of hope for him to live, you're killing it. You're murdering this person again and again, and you come at the end of the day and say, this was because we thought that there was a terrorist inside. And they know who's inside. So what I want to tell you, that they do target ambulance in not for instance, no, they do target ambulance. They know who's in the ambulance, just to scare or terrify more and more Palestinians. Because imagine you, a person who's injured, and he cannot hear anything, he cannot see anything, he can just hear voices, sounds, and then suddenly he hears this sound which destroys the ambulance. Imagine the feeling of this person. Imagine how he maybe like 90% he will be he's dead, he's not alive. So they do.
Okay,
they do this.
let's
Yes,
move
sir.
on. Areej, as an activist, and I have no doubt in my mind, the majority of Palestinians are activists, and rightly so. You are fighting for your people to be emancipated, and your land, all the stolen land by the illegal occupiers, to be given back to the rightful owners, who are obviously you, the Palestinian people. I want to get your thoughts on the recent political developments in Palestine between the Palestinian people. That is, we're hearing that Hamas and the Palestinian Authority have had talks to try and come together to speak in one voice. What are your thoughts on that? Oops, we just seem to have lost our guest, and that is Areej Alastal. We're going for an ad break, and let us see if we can reconnect with her. If not, we're going to have to move on with the program. But please stay with us. We will try and reconnect.
Dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty. Relax beneath her serene sunsets and explore wildlife at its natural best. It's where the pride of Africa comes together. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve. Get to know the Big Five or cruise on an elephant safari game drive. Interact with lion and tiger cubs and enjoy world-class halal cuisine while we pamper you during your 5-star stay. Indulge in the true African experience. For reservations, call now on 042-203-1400 or visit kwantu.co.za. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve, the place of gathering.
Conveniently located along the banks of the Crocodile River bordering the Kruger National Park, as a guest at Buckler's Africa Lodge, one can enjoy an amazing sunrise or sunset on our spacious deck area while you catch a glimpse of some wildlife sightings along the Crocodile River. The sounds of the African savannah will greet you whilst you enjoy your morning coffee. Buckler's Africa Lodge by Tingana Collection. Buckler's Africa Lodge is ideally situated only 6 kilometers from the Crocodile Bridge Gate in the Kruger National Park. Catering for all travelers with variety, we have 4 types of the finest rooms: superior rooms, deluxe suites, and 2-bedroomed family units. Each room is a